So I've gotten a lot of questions about what to expect as you transition from MA104 to College Algebra, which is MA105. So I've put together this little presentation for you. So if we look at the topics covered in a broad sense, the topics you see in MA104 are the same topics that you see in MA105, but you also see some additional topics, and those are the ones that are in red. College Algebra takes those topics you see in MA104 and goes deeper into them. So you can think of what we've done so far as surface level material, and then you're going to get more nuance in College Algebra in addition with these new topics that you're going to see as well. So if we just look at the detailed topics, you can see that there's a lot more nuance in 105 than there is in 104, just by the list of these little tiny divisions of topics that we can break it up into. And we're not even covering everything in MA105 that is typically seen on a college algebra course or the CLEP test, which basically is used to test out a college algebra. So, there's a lot more to college algebra that we are not even covering. So the best way to look at it is by week, topic by topic. So topics in yellow are those that you have seen in this course, MA104, and then blue are new topics that are going to show up in MA105. All of these topics are covered in MA105, but at least you can see where things are going to be repeated. So week 1 of college algebra is going to be review. We're going to go over everything that you have seen already. Week 2 is mostly review. There is a new topic on solving absolute value equations and inequalities, but the rest is things that you have seen already. Simplifying exponential expressions you've seen. We're just going to go deeper into depth. You've done everything else in that, so that should be mostly review. Week 4 is about half review. So you're going to be simplifying radicals like we dealt with simplifying square roots. You are going to go into more detail. So instead of only working with square roots, you're going to be looking at cubed roots, fourth roots, things with variables, not just numbers. Then you've got a new topic of complex numbers. You're going to be solving quadratic equations again, and then rational expressions. So that's going to be new, where you're going to be working with fractions and algebra. Then week 4 is completely new, and you're going to go into new topics expanding on rational equations and radicals. So those are going to be brand new for college algebra. So that's the first half of the class. The second half of the class is focused mostly on graphing. So we're going to pick back up with some review of functions, which you've seen in week 8, and then graphing linear equations, which you saw in week 7. So those weeks 7 and 8 are going to pick up with week 5, so that's going to be a review. And then the rest of week 5 is focusing on functions in more detail, because we've only gone a little bit into functions in this class. Then the rest of the course is all going to be brand new material. So week 6, you're going to actually see a little bit with graphing quadratics, but mostly it's going to be all brand new stuff in week 6. Then week 7, again, all brand new things, and a lot of that is actually very useful for engineering for those that are eventually going in engineering. And then week 8, again, brand new material, a lot of it is used in engineering. So those last few weeks are really geared for those that are on the way to engineering or even computer science that are going to be going into calculus. So hopefully this gives you an idea of what to expect, where you're going to see things you've already seen before, and how this course fits in with college algebra.